Today we have Michael Keaton roosting up on an enormous meta egg, one so big that Reddit had a field day with it. So why don't we get let's get cracking. Today we are going to focus on one actor and find the commonality that creates a narrative hidden throughout their work. An argument could be made that Michael Keaton is the best Batman ever, if not, aside from Adam West, the most classic for sure.
Might have been the best Batman.
No question about it.
And that's including Christian Bale.
Yeah.
To me, this has a lot to do with Tim Burton casting him in 1989. Before that, Keaton had mostly had comedic roles.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do. Well.
And now he was being put into the action arena against such juggernauts as Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. In fact, it was Sly who later on voiced his distaste for Burton's pick of Keaton, saying that it single-handedly ruined the entire action movie genre, making individuals like Sly and Arnie more obsolete compared to special effects and Velcro muscles. This was, of course, the impetus for the Expendable series, spearheaded by Sly himself. Regardless, Batman was what Keaton became known for, and was the measure of how every other Batman after judged their success.
This is why Superman works alone.
2014's Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, stands as a metaphor for Keaton's own life. Keaton plays an actor dealing with the collapse and the attempted revitalization of his career, which high watermark was a superhero movie called Birdman.
Billions. What, are you ashamed of that?
I don't know if you noticed, but that was 1992.
You could jump right back into that suit if you wanted to.
After the award-winning Birdman, Keaton's career did in fact see an uptake, and it has continued until present day, where he has another high watermark as a superhero villain in another superhero franchise, this time as the Vulture, Adrian Toomes.
There you go, Mason.
This is good.
In the Spider-Man movie Homecoming, and he will continue the role in the Spider-Man related Morbius. Later this year or next year or some year when we're not all wearing masks. Keaton himself will cross over into yet another universe, or perhaps we should say universes. Universi? What's plural for universes? We shall see him play yet again Bruce Wayne in a Flashpoint multiverse crisis-inspired hodgepodge through the DC canon.
And now sometimes you make a copy of a copy, it's not quite as sharp as, well, the original. Well, that's kind of what happened.
Just a little bit of a variation from the theme from the movie poster of The Founder, a movie about the beginning of McDonald's. It's linear. Wings, 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 wings. Completely not related subject matter, and yet it's still implied. The more recent Dumbo finds Keaton front row center and the impossible feat of getting an elephant to fly. Also by Burton.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, because the only thing more amazing than a flying elephant is the goddess who can fly it.
And the other guy is Keaton. It plays a police chief charged by Marky Mark. That's...
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Peacock, man.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Let me fly, man.
I gotta let me fly.
Just settle this. Peacocks don't fly.
They fly a little. They get a real running
About as much as a penguin.
I didn't say that.
All right. At the end of the movie, we actually see the flying peacock.
TV actress Heather Locklear.
What? Heather Locklear? What?
Heard of her?
Come on!
She was much chubbier back then.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
In the American release of Hayao Miyazaki's Porco Rosso, we also see him play a pig that flies.
Maybe I am for respectable people. When you're offered an opportunity to play a pig who's an airplane flying ace, how do you not do that? I mean, you just gotta do that, I think, don't you?
An elephant that flies, a peacock that flies, a pig that flies, a man that flies. All impossible feats. But to what perch are they flying to? I might need another one.
Jeez, Rick.
Lean in. All right? All right, come here. I'm gonna tell you about something. I'm gonna tell you about this ancient story device. It's called the Axis Mundi, the world tree. It is a symbol of the connection of heaven and earth. This can be seen as a tree, like in the tree of Buddha. Remember, we were talking about Buddha earlier, a couple videos back. Card. Or it can be seen as the home of the gods, like Mount Olympus. Not a tree, but a mountain. A high vantage point. A perch.
What is that? What are those? Oh, it's a way to make the place stand out when you're driving by.
Golden arches.
In the olden days, the centers were usually churches.
McDonald's can be the new American church.
Contemporarily, it is used to denotate architecture.
They had a courthouse and they had a church. On top of the church, got a cross. And on top of the courthouse, they'd have a flag. Flags, crosses, crosses, flags.
Symbolizing as the central idealism of a culture, mostly seen as skyscrapers, the union of heaven and earth.
Crosses, flags, arches.
And today, from Dubai to New York, the Axis Mundi is the landmark that makes that skyline immediately recognizable.
Did you ever build one like that?
Just one. Phoenix.
As said, these symbols can be churches or skyscrapers. And in biblical stories, like the one about Jacob, they can be seen as spiraling staircases. Stairway to Heaven, it's got a theme. And in Burton's Batman classic, the Axis Mundi is seen as a church on top of a skyscraper with a spiraling staircase.
Better make it 10.
They'll be using the train. The monorail follows the water mains to the central hub beneath Wayne Tower.
The Nolan version of The Dark Knight sees him, his Batman, move from his man cave after the nest of Wayne Manor burns down into that of the penthouse Keaton, at around the same time, was doing his own access climbing in the movie Penthouse North, also called Blindsided.
Just tell me where the diamonds are.
The plot sees him torment the blind penthouse owner, and eventually, like the Joker, fall off the ledge to his doom. The idea is a nest egg, the skyscraper, the penthouse, Wayne's Manor. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The Birdman has a damn nest. The birdhouse. The movie Pacific Heights, the story, very similar to the movie Penthouse North. If you ask me, Keaton plays Carter Hayes, who tries to legally outwit the Lovebirds, Matthew Modine and Melanie Griffith, run them out of their dream house, so to speak. I love this movie. I don't even know why. Oh, and this is where our comment comes into play. Not only did Matthew Modine show up as a cameo in the end of the Nolan Batman trilogy, he also plays the Joker. But in what movie? You tell us. Comment if you know. Come on, think about it. It's a Jungian thing. We'll give you extra points in the comment section. High fives and shit. That was terrible. Because this is what happens. Keaton, as the Batman multiverse guy, he sits there and torments the Joker out of his dream house. It gets brutal. It's more brutal than a bull in a house of China.
Shot my boyfriend. My boyfriend is in the hospital. He destroyed our property. There are lawsuits. There's the foreclosure. I had a miscarriage.
We're talking about Anakin in a Kindacare.
Whoa!
Too soon, brother.
Too soon? That was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. As seen in that context, Batman is crashing the Joker's love nest. The alternate reality, which is what movies are anyways, right? They're just alternate universes, right? Right? And to come to think of it, it's not just Pacific Heights that hits that plot point. Very similar is another Keaton and Burton classic. That's right. You've got it. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. This movie, if you remember, sees Keaton taking over the dream house of Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. Kind of weird now that you think about it, right? It's even the center of the town as its axis mundi. The whole movie revolves around that house as the axis mundi of the quaint little town. This is represented in the mock-up of the town that is built in the attic in which Keaton resides. Which brings us to Toy Story 3, in which Michael Keaton voices Ken of Ken and Barbie, and tries to find companionship with her because, well, they were made for each other. But other than that, I don't really see that much of a connection unless you...
Ken's dream house. There's a disco, it's got a dune buggy.
The dream house.
Everything.
Except some sure.
That's the connection. Oh. Wow. I just made the video by accident, didn't it? Huh. But if you like what we do here, if you're at least entertained, try hitting that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Go share it with your friends. Go, hey, look at this asshole. I don't care. It's fun. We can all talk about it in the comment section. Is it intentional? Is it just craziness? Am I cuckoo? That's a really bad bird joke. Hit the bell button so you know when we lay the next egg.